Welcome. Here's another fast tip video for you. This time I'm looking into 5 one-way smokes on Mirage. One-way smokes that might help you to win a matchmaking or face hit game easily. And if you don't know what a one-way smoke is, it's basically a smoke where you can see your opponent, but he can't really see you. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. 5 smokes on Mirage that are one-way for you and a huge advantage. The first smoke is a RAM smoke that is for the terrorist, and I wouldn't say it's situational, but I'll say that you can't use it more than once per match, and if you pull off using it twice, then shame on your opponents. So here's how to throw it. Get up on this ledge, line up with this, turn around, and aim at the corner of the stone thingy, left click it, and here's a small thing, you can't get down there and jump up, you need to go here. So up a few steps, crouch jump, and into the corner. Then you have the one-way smoke here. You can see this guy pretty clearly, and if you step ahead, you get a new area. You can see this guy, and you can even try to peek off down towards spawn, but I wouldn't recommend that because as soon as you take a step ahead, this area comes both ways, and the same thing as this, so you open up yourself for each step you take. But I would say that for picking this guy off, as you can see here, this is one way. And for taking this guy out is pretty cool as well. And if you're feeling lucky, you can go for the spawn kill as well. So this is the one way, and let's look how it looks from the bot perspectives. So the second smoke is for the connector area, and I would say that it's mainly a CT smoke, but I guess that there might be situations where the T can utilize this as well, might be an after plan or something like that, but my guess would be that 9 out of 10 times this is a CT sided one-way smoke for the connector. What you do is you get into the corner here and crouch. You find the small dot, not the big one, the small dot in the plank next to the lamp here. You still stay crouched, obviously. You point at that, aim at that, and you right click your smoke. Once it landed, you can get up on the ledge here, and you can see here there's a pretty clear view, on the opponents out in the middle. There's a guy here, there's a guy here, there's a guy there as well. I can see them for a fair amount of time. Obviously, when the smoke fades in a minute, I'm pretty jeopardized, but so get away before that happens. But the one-way smoke is very one-way, and I will show you the point of view from the guys here in a second. The third smoke is the YEKINDAR smoke, which is named by his, I'm not sure he invented it, but he's the first guy who used it in a pro match. The YEKINDAR smoke is a one-way smoke for the middle window, and it can be utilized especially if they have taken over mid and you are ready to give him a small surprise. But it does include some movement that I think you need to practice before. So let me show you the movement first, the way you should move when the smoke has landed. You need to get up to the window here, and you need to like listen to the sound of the drop you make when you get down to the small ledge here. Let's pay attention to the sound here. That sound. You need to listen for that sound, and when you practice this a few times, the move becomes very easy, and you can do this a lot faster than I just did. When you get down here, you need to get up to the ledge here, like right click, right crouch jump, and then you get to the position here, which is the position that we need to be in when the one-way smoke is actually active. So this is a bit of a tricky thing, But if you manage to pull it off, I will ensure you that whoever is in the mid will be blown away and you get that kill or two and win the round. So what you do is you get into the area here, into the corner, sit down, you find the plank here with 2 spots on it. You aim just on the line here in the middle and left click it like this. Then get up here, and I'm not even sure I can do it. Like, listen for the drop. There you go, up to your right, and there you go. Clear vision of the guys in mid, to say the least, and almost as you position yourself in the entire mid. Let's just get the smoke again without doing the jump again. You can see here I get very clear vision on mid. I can move around, I can see a lot of spaces here, and I'll show you in a second what the bots actually see, which is close to nothing, which is clear smoke, and that's the last thing they're going to see if you pull this off. So the 4th smoke is for the underground towards mid, and a situation where you might be able to use this is, let's take me for example. Many of my rounds when I hold mid, I try to do this skill move, and this time it's succeeded, but I'll be honest with you, many of the times I end down here, and if I do this I have 2 options from here. I have the option to push on the ground, which is okay, it's fine, and I have the options to get back. And sometimes when you fail that jump, the T's arrive into the mid before you get away. Then you can use a one-way smoke down from this position here, and this will grant you vision, and the T's can't see you, so be able to fight them off, get that kill, get away from mid, and play the round from there. What you do is you get to the 3rd step here, get all the way down here, aim down right, and right click it, and you can get up to a small ledge here in the background, and you can see here slowly becoming a one-way smoke. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead as well. So this is a great little one-way smoke for underground if you fail to jump or in some reason you ended up down there. So let's take a view on how it looks from the bot position. The last smoke is revolving around B-apps, and this is a pretty cool smoke because you can actually stay in the position after the smoke fades. This will work best with an AWP, but as we told you in smoke 1, I guess, is that having an AWP is a bigger weapon, and there's a pretty fair chance that your point of your weapon will be stinging out the smoke. You won't be as one way as you think. So use this with an M4 for best results, but you can try it out with an AWP as well, and you can utilize the position that you get into. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's see how we line up the smoke, how it looks like from the inside of the smoke. You get over here into the corner by the simple small bench here. You crouch down, find a small stain here on the blue wall, aim at that, right click, sorry, and then you can get into this. I'll just show you. Small position here is a small furniture here. Obviously you can jump from the smoke. You get in here, and as you can see, I can see this guy pretty clearly. I can see this guy pretty clearly. The smoke obviously acts a bit differently, but you can always see those 2 guys. And this is the brilliant thing. Let's see how it looks from their perspective.
Hold your fire! Hold your fire!
Sorry Gene, but what I'm not sorry about is showing you guys 5 brilliant one-way smoke from Mirage. And I hope that you learn them, train them, and utilize them in matches to get that competitive edge that will give you more kills, more game wins, and isn't that what Counter-Strike is about? So if you like the video, hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button as well. Maybe drop a comment if you have a idea of my next video or a question about this one. And I'll see you in the future with more tips for Counter-Strike, more setup guides. And hopefully you like that content as well.